Yo, what's up everybody? Jumping here, and today I wanted to do a test in Destiny 2. They recently came out with a massive update for this game, and overall, it seems to be pretty good. Now, I don't think that this update alone is going to bring all the players back, but I think what they're doing, to be quite honest, is trying to fix the game as much as they can before the next DLC, so that once that DLC comes out and people will come back to play that, they'll have a totally different experience with the game, and maybe they'll stick around for a year or two. I think that is the goal here. But so far, a lot of these changes have been really good. I definitely like them. I haven't played this game in a long time. This is actually my first time coming back. But I thought, since they have changed so much, let's do a test. Now, the biggest thing they have changed is the super cooldown rate. First of all, I believe the old super cooldown was like 6 minutes and 30 seconds. That has been changed to 5 minutes. And that's pretty much when you're just standing there and slowly your super is recharging. That is quicker now. But the bigger part of that is they did buff how much super energy you're going to get from killing enemies in both PvE and in PvP. Now, this is a PvE build, so we're going to do this in PvE. And we're going to see how fast can this Warlock build get its super back. Now, this build is designed for getting your super back really quickly. It has always been good at that. So I can imagine now it's going to be even more ridiculous. This is my Nazarick Sen Stormcaller build. I'm going to quickly go over the build just in case you haven't ever seen it before. But the Stormcaller is really great with this because of the melee Rising Storm. Every time you punch something, you're going to get some super energy, you're going to get some grenade energy, and some melee energy. So this melee is amazing. Now, this build with the Nazarick Sen, it works well on every single Warlock class, but in my opinion, it's the best on the Stormcaller by far just because of that melee. To make this build work, you have to use void weapons, so that's really important. I definitely recommend the Positive Outlook. It works great in PvE especially. It has Kill Clip, which they did buff, which was really surprising to me. And finally, and most importantly, you have to have the Nazarick Sen. This helmet is amazing. Anytime you kill anything with Void, that is including abilities and weapons, it's going to increase your ability recharge rate. So that is your grenades, your melee, and your super will come back faster. Now, I'm rocking 3 mods for melee, and I'm rocking 2 mods for grenades. That's pretty much what the build is all about, is getting all your abilities back really quickly. And they did buff those mods. They haven't come out with mod 2.0 yet, which is going to make all the mods a lot better. But for now, they did actually buff the grenade recharge rate and the melee recharge rate for the current mods that we have. So those should also be faster. Alrighty guys, well that's going to pretty much do it for all that. Now let's go and test this out and see how fast can I actually get my super back. I'm going to go to a lost sector and I'm going to kill a bunch of enemies. And we're going to see how many enemies does it take to get the super back now. And also how fast can we do it. This should be very interesting and hopefully it will be pretty impressive. Alrighty guys, well I'm on Titan and I'm in the lost sector in the rig. I thought this would be a good place to test this just because there's quite a few enemies in this area and we can kind of see how fast this super will come back. Now I went ahead and decided to pop my super first, that way I have no super energy at all. And I'm also going to throw my grenade here because we can also see how fast the grenade will come back. I didn't want to use the grenade on the enemies because I didn't want to kind of mess up this test. The test is really about doing my melee, shooting the enemies with my masterwork, and also killing them with void so I can get all the bonuses to get my super to come back as fast as possible. Now I also wanted to count how many enemies are in this room, which I tried to. You'll see that later in the video, which I wasn't able to actually count them properly there, but I did count them now and there's 17 enemies in this room. So keep that in mind because that is obviously really important. But I hope that you can see my super's already like almost full. Like that's really crazy. I'm only killing so many enemies in this one little room and I almost have my super. I'm going to kill that knight and now I'm going to kill these last couple enemies, which I should have meleeed this guy, but I didn't. But in the end it didn't matter because I still got my super in one room and that was 17 enemies. So that's really all it takes to get your super back. I mean, that's really, really insane to me. Now, of course, if you're doing a strike or the raid or something like that, you're not going to be killing all the enemies all the time. Your teammates will be helping you kill them, which is fine because if you can get your super, you can use it, make some orbs. They can use their super, make some orbs. So you're talking about getting your super back really quickly, especially with this build. I mean, it's insane. One room, 17 enemies is all it took to get my super with this Stormcaller, which the Stormcaller super to this day is one of my favorite just because it's so good. Now right here, I was trying to count the enemies, but they're going to start to attack me and get in my face, and it totally messed me up. I counted them later when I was just watching the video. And also, I was trying to do a live commentary here, but unfortunately for me, my audio just wasn't recording for some reason. I don't know what was going on, which is a bummer because something's about to happen here that really blew my mind, and I had a really funny reaction to it. And I wish I would have actually kept that, but it's really whatever. I mean, look at that. What just happened? I mean, for real, what just happened? I did not hear about this. I don't know if this was a bug or if this is something they've added into the game. But what the heck just happened? I mean, that is crazy. That was so many orbs. Now, I'm thinking maybe it came from my masterwork because I shot the enemy. But that's so many orbs. There's just no way that came from my masterwork. But I don't know. Maybe it's a bug. I can't say. You guys tell me. What is this? Is this something they added? But check this out. I got my full super off of that. So maybe they did add that in there just as something for fun, like a random chance. They get a full super from shooting an enemy with a masterwork. I don't know. Anyway, guys, that's going to do it for the video. I really hope that you have enjoyed it. It was interesting to test this out to see what the update has done. Like I said, that's pretty crazy. One room, 17 enemies, full Stormcaller super. Pretty insane. I would really appreciate it if you guys could like this video for me and subscribe for future videos. And I really do hope that everyone has a very nice day and peace out.